How's it going? Welcome back to the channel. This is Fly Weld Fab. I'm Blake, and I got a special friend in the shop with me today.
Yo.
Mark. Mark from Twin Stick Garage is going to come and lend a hand. So we are going to be working on my 1972 Dodge Demon. This, if you didn't see in the episode previous where I went and picked this up from Prince George, this is actually passed down to me from my dad. It started off in 1998. We found this in a field in McBride, BC, and then we did about a 10-year restoration on it. And it's just, we built it to what the budget allowed. But this is Mark's first time seeing the car in person. What do you think?
Gorgeous.
Did we do an all right job?
It's incredible.
Okay, well, I can pick out every error on it and I can show you in close detail. But what happened was, I was driving this car and I was enjoying it, and I was going on about a 30-kilometer drive. Nothing crazy. But to go there and home, I burned a half tank of gas.
That's a lot.
That is too much, even for this. So it's like I said before in the earlier video, she's a 340. It's bored out 40 over. Heads are powder polished to what they call like an X-style head for these Mopars. And then we're running the old Barry Grant style Demon carb. But it's over fueling like crazy, and it's actually seeping into the oil. So when it's going into the oil, my buddy Josh, he's got a channel, Shade Tree Mechanical. He's got a pretty wicked 55 Chevy. What he said, he's like, man, check your oil. Check your oil, have a sniff of it, and make sure it doesn't reek like gasoline. Well, I gave Mark a sniff. What does it smell like?
Gasoline.
It smells like gasoline.
Gasoline and oil.
Yeah. So pretty unfortunate. So that means we need to protect that oil by dropping it, changing it. And then I got a different carb. So a friend of mine from the airport here, he's like, hey, I got a 700 double pumper. You can have it. I'll take that.
Oh, that's an awesome deal. Can't beat free.
Right? And so we're going to swap the carb out because this one hasn't been cleaned in a long time. It needs a tune up. But I just think it's oversized, and it's just the wrong one for the carb. So I want a mechanical secondary. This is a vacuum secondary. And it's just going to be a smaller, better carburetor for this car, easier to tune and set up. So let's start jumping into it and popping this guy off. Get the fuel lines off. I'm not sure about these fittings, if they just pressure lock, if I'll be able to undo it and tighten it up. But
they just twist on there, don't they? Like thread it on?
Well, one way to find out really is to start turning stuff and see what happens.
Do that and then we'll do it on the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, theoretically, this carb's only 4 bolts, right? And the linkage.
Yeah, and that's it. And take the return spring off.
Sure is a clean engine bay. I can't wait till the Trans Am looks this clean.
I can't wait till you get that Trans Am going there too, bud.
Man, it's a goal to get her built this winter.
Yeah.
We should take this thing down to Tennessee and pick up all the engine parts.
Yeah. I'd have to build a fuel cell for it in the back.
Yeah, it would drink lots of gas to get down there.
Oh yeah.
How much fuel does it hold?
It's a small tank. I think it's only like a 10 gallon tank or something like that. It's pretty small. Like it's a peanut tank. But like I was saying, it's just like.
But usually that would go for a couple hundred clicks.
Yeah, it would.
Usually.
Yeah, but right now, I mean, man, good thing we didn't try to do a revive and drive, bringing it back home from Prince George, because
we'd still be on the highway.
Oh my gosh.
Man, I just think it's a beautiful, beautiful car. I love the Demon shifter.
Yeah.
The Ben-Hur shifter.
So when my dad was a teenager, he had a Dodge Demon, and he always always wanted another one, and that's why.
Well, as soon as he saw it in the field, how bad was it? Was it like the old Peterbilt?
It was pretty bad. It was pretty rough. I actually have some photos of it. I'm just looking for another.
Oh, you got to splice that in before and after.
Yeah. All right, here, Mark. Here's the album. This is.
Oh. Nice.
That's where she was.
1998.
Yeah, and we got it for $2,500.
Oh, what a deal. Back when Dodge cars, you could still get them for a decent price. We gotta get you some fender mats. I'm worried my Peterbilt buckle's gonna scratch this fender.
I'm not worried about fender scratches, Marcus, don't you worry.
Oh, I think it looks really good.
Well, it looks good, right? But I mean, like everything's got its little deals. So it definitely needs a big go through. Like there's little dents all over the place. So Dad dropped one of his stills on the hood.
Oh, is that what that the touch-up was there?
Yeah.
Ooh. I'm gonna get a little magnet tray so we don't lose all that gear.
But that's half the adventure.
Where'd that little washer go?
So I got the linkages taken apart. We should be able to bust it free. There is a vacuum line off the back that has to come off. But this
for the choke, I'm guessing. Or no, that's probably.
I think it just pulls vacuum. I'm not exactly sure. If you know what it is, let me know. Because there's a lot of stuff I don't know about stuff. A lot of things.
Well,
I
we
don't
have
know
our
about
areas of expertise, right?
Right.
But
exactly.
it's good to learn new things.
So I'm always willing to learn, and I'm willing to teach what I do know.
Well, that's what we do on these channels. This is to educate and entertain. Now, we're probably going to have a crusty gasket on the intake.
I go ahead and got a new gasket.
Yeah, but then I guess we'll put some rags in the holes there and then try and scrape it all off.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the words of Peg, you don't need to worry about gasket material. It'll burn it.
Anybody who watches Peg for actual mechanical advice is like...
The man could put together an engine, though. That Cummins in that Ford truck of his, unbelievable.
Oh, yeah, he can... There's a lot of stuff he can do. A lot of stuff he can't. I mean, like, run.
Oh, that's cold.
Do you want to hear my full plan for this? Should we preview the audience?
Yeah, give her.
Stroker kit. So a 4-inch stroker crank. And it takes these up to 416 cubic inches, but because this is bored out 40 over, I'm not sure. I think it'd be a little closer to 418, 420 cubic inches. Trick flow aluminum heads.
Yep.
Custom headers, custom stainless exhaust.
Well, you'd make all the exhaust.
Yeah, I'm not worried about like that. That would be 100% me because I have an idea that I've been talking about with Mark off camera about doing my own style mufflers. And I think it'll sound wicked with the idea I have in my head. So
Old school muscle and...
yeah, with like more of a stainless steel raspiness, cleaning it up. Man, this gasket's actually in pretty decent shape.
Oh, all the gas that was flowing through it. So you're thinking it's going to be almost a direct replacement. Oh, look at that. We don't have to clean anything off of there. Well, that makes it easy.
That's a first.
We'll be running in no time.
Welcome to the next edition of I Call BS.
All right, so I drained the oil and then I went to go get the different fittings to go into the accelerator pumps here, but I could not find them anywhere, so I just ended up picking up a new fuel line. Then I'll swap the oil filter, we'll pop this guy on, and might have to call it a night there, but we'll see how far we get. bolted the carb down, and I just started fiddling around with the throttle cable a little bit, because when I'm at wide open throttle, I'm right around there, and I need just a little bit more. So I got to figure out a way to hopefully make this cable pull a little more, or else I got to get a new throttle cable, something with adjustment on it, so I can actually get full stroke. No, full stroke. I need to, yeah, I just need it to be able to work a little better. I think the accelerator pump needs to be adjusted a little more, and then my idle screws all need to be a little bit adjusted. But yeah, I did that, and pretty simple, pretty easy job. I'm gonna wrap it up here, and I was thinking about what I should do with this old carb. So this is an older Barry Grant Demon carb. It's a it's a vacuum secondary unit, 4150. Well, I'm going to clean it up, I'm going to rebuild it, and I'm going to give it away to a viewer. So all you have to do to win this carb is subscribe. I'll pick a number. When my subscriber base gets to that number, I'll just give it away to one of you guys. When I get to 10,000 subs, I'll draw a name. I'll hopefully get an email from somebody, and I'll mail it anywhere in North America. And then you guys can have that carb and put it to good use, because it is a good carb. It's just the wrong one for me. So I'm thinking this Holley's going to work better for me in this application. But yeah, drop a comment, like if you want, share, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. It really helps me out, and yeah, win that carb just by hitting the sub button. So till next time, I'll see you later.